So, you want to check out some frigates? Let's do that. Friends and fellow gamers, my name's Roger, and I make videos on all types of games, including EVE Online. I got a bunch of video playlists that you can check out at your fingertips. I'd personally really appreciate it if you'd subscribe to the channel and give me a big thumbs up on the video. It would really help me out with YouTube's algorithm. Thanks for being here, and let's get started, shall we? Alright. Today we're going to go over which Caldari, standard Caldari frigate is the best one. Take it how you want to take it. We're going to pull up some spreadsheets, we're going to go over some numbers, we're going to go over the frigates, we're going to see which fittings they take, and then we are going to make a decision. And I'm going to do all that for you in less than 20 minutes, hopefully. First up, everybody, we got the Bantam. The Bantam is a very small little frigate that we see here. It is basically has 10% bonus to remote shield booster and 10% reduction in remote shield booster, and 300% bonus to remote shield booster fall off. This frigate does not get used very often, but I have to say it is a very good frigate. It is good for backing up people for, higher level missions, like level 4 missions. So you got a buddy that flies a battleship and he's having a little bit of a hard time tanking it. You could totally give him some shield boost with this ship. You could do a little bit of energy siphon off of some of the ships in the area and give yourself some more capacitors so you can keep up filling up your buddy's shields with these small remote shield boosters. And then, you got yourselves plenty of cap recharge, a little bit of extra cap there. And then we got some diagnostics down here that give us a shield recharge rate bonus, a capacitor recharge rate bonus. So basically all you do is you just sit there, you target your buddies, you transfer shields onto them when they need it. Very cool little ship. Alright, next up we have the Condor, and it is right here. I'll make this bad boy active. The Condor is one of my favorite looking ships in the game as a whole. You got all these super sick engines on the back here, a little cockpit in the front. Really cool little ship. Alright, the Condor gets a 10% bonus kinetic light missiles and rocket damage, and also has a bonus to propulsion jamming. With that being said, I did a little bit of a loadout here. This is kind of just a good little loadout. The thing about the Condor, guys, is you want to be going fast. You want to be going fast all the time because you're super squishy. So I gave it a little bit of a nanofiber and internal structure build. Everything's T1, and the nanofiber basically gives you a 15% reduction in hit points, but gives you a 7.75% velocity modifier. So it makes you super fast, super hard to hit. And then I gave you, a little bit of a shield boost, a little bit resistances, a status web of fire, and a scrambler just in case you run into some bad guys. You can keep their ship from going 50% slower, and then you can keep them from warping out. I also gave you a little bit of a, energy leech right here. You got 3 light missile launchers. You got EM damage, kinetic damage, and thermal damage missiles going on, and a little bit of more thrust to make it go a little bit faster, and a little bit more damage to your missiles. You got a nice little Condor right here. The ship is, every one of these frigates today for the Caldari are all 1 million ISK or less, so really affordable. Anyone can afford one of these. Anyone can afford to fit one of them and have a really good time doing it. Alright, that's the Condor. Next ship we have is the Griffin. The Griffin is a really interesting, neat little ship. The Griffin has 15% bonus to ECM target jammers and the ECM target jammer activation cost reduction. So what does that mean? That means that you are making it so that people cannot target you. Basically, if someone has a target lock on you, you target them with one of these jammers, you flip it on, and it makes them lose you as a target, which is super good. Super deadly in PvP for sure. You could have this little ship cloaked out. The cloaking device would cost more than the ship, but it might be worth it. Basically, all you want to do is you want to hang out, you want to creep into wherever you're going to be creeping to, you want to be stealthed out, and when the fighting starts happening, you want to uncloak and you want to make sure that everybody loses their targets. If they can't target your buddies, they can't shoot them. Really kind of a deadly type situation. Really cool little ship. Very small little ship, as you can see here. But little bit of electronic warfare ship right there. Alright, the next ship we have going on is the Heron. So let me go ahead and pull that bad boy up. Now the Heron, however you want to say it, has bonuses to scanning, guys. So you got a 7.5% bonus to core and combat scanner probe strength. You got a 5% reduction in salvage duration. That means that you salvage things a little bit faster. And then your roll bonus is +5 bonus to relic and data analyzer. So this is a really neat little scanner ship. So that's why I have it fitted with a little, core probe launcher 1. You could put a better one on there if you want to, honestly. But this is just a really cheap, neat little Caldari frigate for beginner scanners. If you want to just try your skills with some scanning and see if you can get some ISK. I have 2 missile launchers on here. You're probably going to run into some Sancha or whatever, wherever you're trying to go. And as far as the other slots, guys, I would just do pretty standard stuff, like a little bit of shields, a little bit of resistances. Right here I would do probably 1 for damage on my missiles, maybe one that increases your overall cap, and maybe 1 for shields or something like that. And down here maybe 1 missiles to have increased damage, and maybe 1 right here something to do with damage control or something like that. Pretty little standard ship. Just give yourself some stuff to survive those encounters that you're gonna go through with when you're scanning stuff. Alright, next up we have the Kestrel. So the Kestrel is pretty much your badass little missile ship for the Caldari. You're basically gonna have 3 or 4 light missile launchers right here. I have 3 and a energy leech on it, just in case I run into some little PvP action. I always like having those on these ships. Very useful. So this is pretty much just your basic kick-ass, you're gonna go out and kick some ass frigate. So you get a 5% bonus to light missile or rocket and for damage, and a 10% to velocity light missile and rocket. So this is very much so you're just going to go out and fight. Maybe you're going to do some T1, T2 missions. This is the ship you're looking for. You're going to have room for a shield booster and some resistances to your shields, and you're definitely going to want down here missile damage, and up here you're going to want a probably a cap and missile launch, fire reduction, and something else, whatever you decide you want to go with right there. And last but not least, we have the Merlin. Where'd you go, Merlin? Right here we are. Let's make this bad boy active. Another very cool looking little ship. Let's go in here. So the Merlin, guys, is basically the tank of the Caldari frigate section. We have 5% bonus to small hybrid turret damage and a 4% bonus to all shield resistances. Very cool little frigate. Not to mention that you have 4 mid slots, so your shields on this ship are going to make you be a little bit more survivable than any of the previous frigates that I've showed you so far in the Caldari fleet. This is also the last Caldari frigate that we have to look at today. I didn't fit this one out because I just basically got tired, but you're definitely going to want to do your shields. You're going to want to do your rigs for shields. You're going to want to do some damage up here with some missiles, or no, not missiles. This one is the small hybrid turrets. So the hybrid turrets, that'd be cool because I hardly ever see those on ships nowadays. And then your low slots down here, you probably want to do something to increase your damage on those hybrid turrets. And then one for your shields and maybe a damage control or something like that to top it off. Alright guys, let me pull up the spreadsheet I got right here. And let me just make that a little bit smaller. Alright, so as you can see right here, I have a little spreadsheet here telling us that I got all of the ships right here listed, the Caldari frigates. We got Bantam, Condor, Griffin, Heron, Kestrel, and Merlin. I have all their basic stats going on right here. So the structure HP, you can see that the Kestrel and the Merlin are winning that. The armor HP, the Kestrel and the Merlin again. The shield HP, Kestrel and Merlin and the Bantam on that one. The cap recharge rate, the Heron is the best one. The overall cap altogether, the Bantam is destroying everybody 2-1. And remember, the Bantam is the shield recharger ship that you can use to heal your buddy's shields. And then we have the overall target range. The Griffin is going to win that one. The Griffin is the ECM jammer ship, so it's the one that makes people lose target on people. And then for velocity, guys, it looks like the Condor is the fastest ship. I also remember I fit a lot of extra things on the Condor that would make it go faster. That's just the type of ship you want to fly as fast as you possibly can all the time and just wreak as much havoc as you possibly can as fast as possible. For total slots, guys, it's really pretty equal. Griffin and the Bantam had one less slot than everybody else. And then for ship passives, the Bantam and the Heron had one more passive ability than everybody else. So overall, guys, if we add everything up all together, we have, I hate to say it, but in number 1 place we have the Kestrel, and number 2, in a very, very, very close number 2, is the Merlin. And the reason why I ranked those two ships number 1 and number 2 is because the Kestrel is basically, you know what you're getting. You know what you're going to get. You're getting a missile boat, and it does what it does very well, and it has the stats to back it up. Now the Merlin is a little bit more diverse in what it can do because it's a little bit more tanky, but it does a little bit less damage as well. So, you know, that's pretty much that as far as the Caldari frigates go. If I had my choice, you know, it's hard to say. There's a lot of diversity going on in those 6 different ships that we just went over. As far as just base raw stats, like I said, the Kestrel is going to come out on top, guys, and then the Merlin number 2. That being said, every single one of those ships has its own little place in where it should be. The only one that I would have a hard time justifying flying over any of the other ones is the Condor, guys. It's not that I don't like the ship. I think it's a beautiful little ship. It's just that anything this ship can do, one of the other ships can probably do as good, except for the 80% reduction in propulsion jamming, but the other ships can do it. And this ship is so squishy, I mean, you would want to just be flying your ass off if you were flying this ship. But this is the only ship that I kind of have an iffy on whether or not I would pick it over one of the other ships, to be honest with you. That being said, all right, that was a lot of fun, guys. I really appreciate you being here with me today. I hope you found some of this information helpful. I hope you can put it to good use. I had a lot of fun making this video, and I look forward to the next one. That was so much information in so little time, wasn't it? One more thing real quick, guys. I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe to the channel and give me a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below if this video helped you out in any way. I'd love to hear from you. Once again, thank you so much for watching. My name's Roger, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Take care of yourself, everyone.